change. What I have discovered since being here, it's very complex. It's a very complex thing, but it's very pleasing to see so many people interested in the topic. I was particularly interested in Paul Stern's address because I thought that gave us some frameworks from which to build and discuss at the conference. But I'm also very interested in authentic responses and people being authentic. And I think that I did contribute to the fishbowl, and what compelled me up to that was somebody's authenticity. So I'm a big fan of keeping it real.
Hi, I'm Tanya Crosby and I'm from Sustainability at Work, and I'm really interested in hearing what people have to say today about changes in corporations, and I also am really interested in hearing positive stories that people actually have. It's really good to talk about viewers, but it's much more important to actually talk about what people are doing. And I think this morning's session, the first session, was really important to actually highlight some of those activities that people are doing. So loving it, really meeting some really interesting people, and enjoying it.
Hi, I'm Judith Alcorn. I'm from Melbourne University. I've just been taken on board to revamp their waste and recycling to make it much more efficient and to reduce their waste. The things I like about here are it's quite different from a normal sit down and listen conference, and I've really appreciated the comments, especially about ethics. I don't think that gets discussed enough. So, and the other thing that really struck me was about the cognitive deficiencies that we just expect people to be able to know what we're talking about when that's not their everyday language. So I think that is a really big area that we need to concentrate on.
Hi, I'm Janine from Queensland, from the Department of Environment and Resource Management, and I'm also a PhD student in environmental psychology, so I'm very fortunate to be here today sharing both interest and work. I find the conference particularly innovative. The fishbowl discussions have been fantastic. Basically having a very dynamic and organic discussion rather than a set panel, so it's been able to bring in the concerns and thoughts and see that my views and concerns and thoughts are mirrored by other people as well. The topics that have been discussed so far have been fantastic, and I must say I was very pleased to see Paul Stern actually on the program. He was a major draw card for me, having reading about him for the last 10 or 11 years. And I was also very pleased to see that the carbon emissions for the conference were actually taken into consideration. So I think a lot of these events can often talk about walking the talk, but not often they actually do exactly that. So I'm looking forward to this afternoon, so thanks for the great program so far.
I'm Cheryl Hill from Zero Waste South Australia. We are leading in the area of resource recovery in Australia. I think we're second only to the ACT in many strategies and our successes. We are at the stage where behaviour change is critical because what they call the low-hanging fruit and what's left is tough. So we need to learn how to motivate people to make those changes in order to take our This morning has broadened the subject for me, has put it in context and has introduced some stringent behavioural it's touched buttons within me that demonstrate that I actually know some of this stuff, but I didn't realise. And probably putting it in place is going to be, the big challenge is going to be how to articulate that and turning it into strategies which first of all can be funded and then can be rolled out in a systematic way to advance our agenda.
Hi, I'm Anne Austin. I'm the Head of Sustainability for Bovis Lendlease here in Australia, and most of my role is really around cultural change, so that's why I was attracted to come to this conference. There's a lot of conferences available about technical information, but I don't find that technical information is the barrier. Certainly technical answers in my industry are not the barrier, so it's more around our choices as humans, and I'm really keen to participate in this conference, and I'm really excited to see that it is a participatory conference, that it's not a sit down and take notes and walk away having spoken to no one. So I'm enjoying the fishbowl and those sort of techniques and the graffiti wall. I'm heading over that way, that the conversation started to consider the authentic human and the wholeness of human, what role that plays in this whole conversation, because I'm finding that on an individual basis, a lot of the people that I work with have a deep, passionate desire to be sustainable, and it's not who they are that's holding them back. It's something else that we as a race have, I don't know, inserted on us, and so I'm quite keen to find out ways that we might lift some of that to let us just be who we are, and I think a lot of it will fall into place.
I'm the Department of Environment and Conservation in Perth, Western Australia. This Congress has been very interesting to me in terms of exploring what people are thinking, and particularly people like Sherry Rifkin and others today with their presentations. The network is valuable. Building that capacity and building that network. We live or die by our networks. We need to understand that health business. So particularly focusing on building our networks, building our groups is so important. We can't do the job ourselves. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the day.
I was Barack Obama's chief blogger on the 2008 presidential campaign, and I am here at the Behaviour Change conference to describe the experiences that we had on the campaign trying to inspire people to create social change. And I'm very happy to be here at this conference talking about ways to sustain inspiration and to get people to not just change their behavior in the short term, but change their behavior in the long term. So I think it's been great so far, and I hope that people leave the conference with not just inspiration, but some practical ideas for how to go forward, change the way they're doing things themselves, but also go out and change their communities to ensure that we have a more sustainable future.
Hi, Bill Downing from Environmental IQ. I've found the Congress incredibly illuminating actually and transformational. We heard a great piece today from Jerry Rifkin, who talked a lot about empathetic civilization, which resonated a lot with me and the work we do, which is trying to help companies to change their behaviour. So I felt that was a really inspirational piece that brought a lot of the content of the Congress together, and it was quite heartening to see that the reaction from the people was strong and sustained, and everyone was applauding. And from the people I've spoken to just one-on-one, people could relate to that, and the common commentary was, well, it's connected a lot of dots for them, both in their personal life and their professional work. So I think that could galvanise a lot of change actually, and I think people will remember that for a long time to come. So congratulations to the organisers for pulling together Jeremy, but also the other speakers, which have been very good.